Good afternoon, Dr. Marc, Dr. Brittany here with you, back to Health Chiropractic. Today we're going to go over an exercise that's critically important, especially for runners. This has to do with firing of the glutes. Many people know that they have issues firing their glutes, but part of the problem is glute strength, yes, but more importantly that I see is not firing the glutes at the appropriate time. So this exercise works on building up glute activation, so you can build some glute strength, but it really hones in on proper firing pattern of the glutes. So we do this lying down because it best simulates the standing position, which we'll get into in a moment or two. But first we lie down on the ground. Knees are about 45 degrees. We're going to flatten out the back, posterior pelvic tilt, and we remind our fellow athlete to breathe. And then we tighten up the abs as if we were going to drop something onto the stomach. So posterior pelvic tilt or flat back, tighten abs. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take one foot and we're going to push it into the table. That activates the glute on the side that we're pushing into the table. Now, without letting the pelvis move at all, we're going to bring this leg up, keep the knee at the same degree, and then we lower nice and smooth. Now we transfer by pushing this foot into the table to activate this right glute, and then we lift left leg at the hip. Perfect. And down, nice and slow. What we'll notice is we want to look to see if there's any tilt when you go to raise that leg up. If it is, that means that we are not stabilizing the pelvis with a good glute contraction. And if we can't do it here, there's no way we're going to be able to do it when we're up and running. So that's why we practice it until we own it in this position, and then we can extend that to take effect when we walk or when we run. There's a second step here. If this is easy to do, we're continuing to maintain that posterior pelvic tilt, tighten abs, we push the foot in, we raise the hip up, and now we're going to straighten the leg out and lower it to the point where it almost hits the table, but it doesn't, and then we put it back on the ground. By extending the leg and lowering it, we're really trying to tilt the pelvis off balance, and it makes this glute work harder and the core harder to keep things intact. Same thing, we're going to push this foot in the ground, we lift this hip up, leg up, and then we straighten, lower to the point where we almost hit the table, and then put it back down. Excellent. Now you can rest. That's just one rep on each side. When we're doing these exercises, we want to build up to where we can do really 3 sets of at least 10 on each side with no pelvic movement at all. Once you're able to do that with just the simple leg lift, then you go on to build up to 3 sets of 10 reps on each side, extending the legs. And when you're able to do that easily, then we move on to the next phase, which we'll show in a future video. Thank you.